Today, we're talking with entrepreneur and speaker Aireka Harvell. She's the founder of Nodat Inc., which is a software company that helps business owners engage their audiences. Her background has generally led her to a mission of community service. Every time that I talk to you, I don't think we've had a single conversation in a year where you're not trying to help somebody. Every conversation we have is so service oriented and it's community involvement driven, and it's very inspirational for me because I engage in a lot of things, but you've always got some new initiative or something that you're doing. So what brought you to this? Yeah, I know a lot of people that volunteer, but I feel like community service is really just like at the core of your soul in a way. Like, again, like everything that you do. What brought you to this life of community service and helping your neighbor?
So I'm a preacher's kid. My dad was a preacher for 28 years, and my mom is an evangelist. And I say was with my father because he was killed by a drunk driver back in 2006.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. He was the type of man that would give his shirt off of his back. And ministry to him was being able to see it work and not just necessarily standing in the pulpit and preaching from, a scripture in the Bible. There
Wow.
would be weekends where, when we were not in the church, the basement of the church turned into a shelter for the homeless.
Wow.
His goal was to build a battered women's shelter for women because his sister was murdered by, a boyfriend, and he wanted to protect women. And he didn't get a chance to do that. And so I just felt like he taught us to care for people. That's what we saw. And that's all. And so because he, didn't get to see those visions come to fruition, all of us really have picked that up and, started taking care of people. My brother is the pastor now of the church, and he works with the state of Tennessee to feed children who may not eat lunch or breakfast. And so right now he feeds almost 4,000 kids a day.
Wow. Aireka, I'm sure you're getting a lot of really cool stories that are, heartfelt and probably funny. You mentioned how they make you laugh all the time. What's a story that you've gotten that you're experiencing the community coming together through this senior program?
Yeah. So a couple of days ago, actually, one of the volunteers messaged me and said that a senior had reached out to them and needed food. And it was a senior who calls himself Black Elvis. He does Elvis impressions around town. And
Okay.
yeah, it is so cool to see his uniform. Like, she sent me pictures of him.
So he's got the whole outfit and everything?
Everything. And even in the pictures, like, he has his mask on. He has the mask on to protect him from COVID, but his whole Elvis outfit is on, and he's got his foot kicked up in the air with the groceries in hand, showing that, how excited he was to get groceries. And what I really love about that picture, though, is because she shared his story with me, and said that, he used to be homeless right before COVID happened. He got into a housing program, and he's not able to sell the contributors like he normally sells the newspapers on the side of the road, and hasn't been able to make money. So he was in need of food. And she messaged me and she's like, I know your budget is $25, per senior, but we want to do more for him. And I was like, girl, go ahead and get him some food and just, send me a receipt. And so yeah, she loaded him up and he was happy. And I just, when I saw the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool.
You mentioned that you have a $25 per person budget. Where's that funding coming from?
So at first we were raising money on Fundly, and that fundraiser didn't really take off a lot. So like we raised a couple of $100, but that was used within like the first couple of weeks of doing the grocery runs. And so now it's just out of my own budget right now.
When you say out of your own budget, do you mean out of your own pocket?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know that before this call. I thought I had donated to the Fundly earlier, and I thought that you were using the funds from that. So you're a single mom. You've got one that just graduated. Congratulations. And you are, but you're a single mom. You're an entrepreneur trying to raise, investment dollars for your software company. You're out in the community helping small business owners already, and you're now paying out of pocket to help these seniors get groceries. Thank you.